With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Seattle Seahawks. On the visitor sideline, their head coach. His guys a perfect 2-0 to start the year. On the other side for the Seahawks, it's Mike McDonald. His guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. Leading them out, their young quarterback, the rookie from LSU.
And we're talking about a young man who's been the talk of the NFL here in September. Came in and looked right at home. His team's 2-0. He's playing well. What's the big thing for him now, though? Not to become complacent. I think the coaching staff has been working on exactly that.
Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run this one right up the gut. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Pickup on the play. And the Saints first down.
The Saints at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
Back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Buying time to his left. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Blake Grupe for the Saints field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard.
but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. He brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. You look at the Saints defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
They hand off to their big tight end. And a short pickup here as they're going to cross the 10 to the 11-yard line. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll go with the keeper. And he is going to have a Saints first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
First down, Saints.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Defensive end, DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Now, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now a 2nd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On play action, they'll throw. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
Back
2.
to throw here. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Still going inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now back to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Oh, able to avoid him. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also also the two tight ends. They block well, too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, but their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Second down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
First down, New Orleans.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First down, Saints.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And the Saints first down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their mobile, agile quarterback, 26 yards. And the Saints are able to move back in front. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. A little juke. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play there gets them right back up to that level.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
They'll set up a throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 Saints will take over with a first down and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I have no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. So no gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 12. First down, New Orleans.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
At the Seahawks 34-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Blake Grupe for the Saints field goal. A 60-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll drop the throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for number 81.
2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Looking to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the 2 of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 3-point game. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. A sad day for some, the official final day of summer. Fall begins in the USA tomorrow, so time for one more summer fling, if you will. Our look around the NFL starts now. Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. The Jaguars at home for a divisional matchup against Houston in the AFC South. And it's the rookie from USC, Woody Marks. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. From there, let's go to Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Check in on the Titans as they host the Indianapolis Colts. And it's Josh Downs playing like street football. Everyone go deep, and this time it works. This is going to wind up as an 85-yard catch and run for the touchdown. One more to show you. Let's go to Charlotte. It's the Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And it's Ray McCloud. He has a step. He has the grab. This will be an 83-yard catch and run for the touchdown. The Falcons move to 2-1. They get the victory here. With that, a look at the rest of the scores here in a busy week number 3. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these two sides through 2 quarters. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. We get a look at the Saints defense as they file into position. They had a pretty solid first half. Not many adjustments, but I guess there's probably always some adjustments that can be made.
Usually it's just tightened down on the things we've worked on all week in practice. Everyone thinks adjustments are bringing in something absolutely new. For the most part, it's tweaks or just emphasizing what you've worked on already. And that's what they're planning to do here in the second half.
They won't be looking to reinvent the wheel. Now a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Saints to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. A short one there, caught by Likely. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
At the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortune.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 35.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches. At the 38-yard line.
And he's got his big tight end here. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now 2nd and 9. Back to throw again. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That's a good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to add on to that lead. Here's Groupie for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Tackle, but not much room there. Just up past the 25, no further.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Saints offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 96 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Right back to him on 1st down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Wide open receiver complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a 1st down. To throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Brings up
2nd and 5. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion, Felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Groupie able to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. He juked him and makes it across the 20 as his guys were set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Give them the completion, no gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him. And he'll look to keep it rolling right here. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Throw out wide is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And I don't know that 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 fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
First down, they'll run it on the draw play. He's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down.
This throw caught right around the 6. First down marker at the 5. It's second and goal.
Brings up second and 1 at the 6-yard line.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
A point after, good by Groupie. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try to play free and natural.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll set up to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more bonus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
That's good.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
At the 18-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now back to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack coming from defensive end, Cameron Jordan.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And a nice little gain. 112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
A nice little juke. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they can run the score up even further as they begin this drive with a 1st and goal and that huge lead. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
It's 4th and goal. The 1-yard line.
They'll try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. No hesitation on the decision to go on 4th and goal from the 1, and they punch it in.
And I do believe that field position factors in there, too, because even if they don't get in, you're going to force the other guys to go the full 99 yards. So, to me, a good calculated risk, which actually paid off.
Groupie able to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now we will get another look at Seattle's offense. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On play action, they'll throw. That one out wide and intercepted. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for New Orleans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.